It is. It's your boy Dutch, the Damon, and you now watching Damon Time with Dutch. On today's episode of Prison Stories Uncut, we over East Baltimore in them real trenches with it, man. Now, this situation took place many moons ago. I was over East Baltimore in that real ghetto. But before I hop off in the storytelling mode, I want to send a big shout out to the brother Marcus Downey. This brother sent his hard-earned money in. He ain't had to do that. Bless the channel through Cash App. Appreciate you, pimp. Definitely ain't gonna let you down, Marcus Downey. You could be anywhere in the world, but you here with me. Just stay locked in. I got us. Now that we got that out the way, let's get it. Man, so the good brother on the ground, like, oh shit. Then the nigga in the Suburban just hit the brakes. Skrrr! Brother say he seen his life flash before his eyes. The truck stopped abruptly by his left foot. And the nigga just hop out with that blower in his hand. Talking shit like, yeah, what's up now, you bitch ass nigga? The good brother said he used all his strength to try to raise the pipe up. And without hesitation, Big Slim stand over top of the good brother. Boom, boom. One in the neck, one in the back. Then snatched the bag out the good brother's hand. Hurry up, hop back in the truck. When he pulled off, he rolled over the brother's foot. Good brother said he just laid there choking off his own blood. Then he passed out. He kind of sort of woke up in the ambulance, but went right out of consciousness. 3 surgeries later, he comes to in the hospital. It's a team of doctors in the room. Off the break, bro said he noticed how he couldn't move his lower body. Period. I'm talking about not even a flinch. When the doctors see him come to, they let him know his family was out in the hallway. Then they start telling him what they had to do. He lost a lot of blood. They had to give him transfusions. His ankle got crushed. He was shot in the neck. He had tubes and shit coming out his neck. The brother say the most painful thing to hear of all. He was shot in the back 3 times altogether. And the last bullet hit him in the middle of the back and severed his spinal cord. The doctor told him the reality was he'd never walk again. Bro say he just laid there like, what? But he couldn't talk. He had the oxygen mask on his face, tubes coming out his neck and all that shit. His only response was just tears coming out his eyes. Then the doctor told him, like, your family, they here. You got some sisters and some cousins out there. But we can't let them in the room to see you because there's officers and investigators outside the door waiting for us to tell them that you woke up so they can come question you. Good brother just laid there in disbelief. After a couple minutes, the doctors leave out the room. That's when the investigators, they come into the room, along with the main doctor, the head doctor. Bro said he could hear the doctor trying to explain to the detectives, he hit real bad, he ain't gonna be able to walk again, he gonna need some recovery time, blase, blase. He telling the detectives he can't talk right now, y'all probably need to come back. But the detective's like, nah, he ain't gotta talk. All he gotta do is nod his head and understand when we read him his rights. Good brother said he's so medicated, he in and out of consciousness, but he managed to overhear their conversation. So he said a white detective come over to the bed, take one of his arms, handcuff him to the bed. But then the doctor, like, is that necessary? He paralyzed. Officer looked at the doctor as to say, like, he really ain't want to uncuff him. Given the circumstances, he uncuffed the brother. Read him his rights, told him his charges. He had an attempt on the officer. He had an M1 on Slim, gun charge. They found the pipe on the scene. Armed robbery, because the dude that shot him ended up calling the police and turning himself in and telling the story of why he shot the good brother. But he changed the story completely. That along with a whole slew of other charges. I would say the detective asked him, like, do you understand what you're being charged with? Good brother said he ain't even reply. He just closed his eyes and slipped back off into the medication. All right, so fast forward a little bit. Like a year later, they had the brother in like a therapy hospital facility for prisoners, nursing him back to health. At this point, he confined to a wheelchair for life. Ain't nothing they can do about that. Big ass scar on his neck, voice fucked up, and he can barely move his left arm. Whatever that bullet did to his neck fucked his left arm up. Good brother said the whole time he was in there, he was thinking about hanging it up. I didn't want to live like that. Little brother gone. Shit just went all the way bad, real fast. Long story short, the nigga who shot him told on him, came to court. He gave the good brother 20 slices for that, saying that he caused the nigga to shoot him. 20 slices. But laugh now and cry later, because that situation got Slim that shot the good brother put under investigation. And 6 months later, after he went to court and testified on the brother, he got raided by the feds and eventually catching 50 slices in a RICO case. But anyway, and on top of all the bullshit, he ended up giving the good brother a life sentence for the M1 on yo that smashed his little brother, and another 15 for blinking at the officer. Altogether, the good brother ended up getting life plus 35, confined to a wheelchair. Long live the gorilla, free my brother, man.